Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, introduce myself. My name is Istiqomah with NPM 2241121 from Management 22 B class. Here I will discuss calculation of ratio analysis. Calculation of ratio analysis. Ratio analysis. The analysis conducted by comparing one figure or item in the financial statement with another item in the financial statement to derive meaning or significance. The financial report that have been prepared must be interpreted to make them more meaningful. Interpretation can be carried out by analyzing the relationship between various items in the financial reports, which are called financial ratios. Financial ratios are future-oriented. Therefore, the analysis must be able to adjust to the factors that influence the financial position. Next, comparison of financial ratio. Individual ratio levels, comparison of ratios over time within the same company, ratio development, comparison of the company's financial ratio with the financial ratio of other companies, comparison of the company's financial ratio with the industry average company ratios, combination of ratio level, ratio development, and ratio comparison. Next, balance sheet ratios. Namely, a ratio was data is all taken from the items in the balance sheet. Example, current ratio, cash ratio, debt to equity ratio, as. Income statement ratios. There are ratios where all data is taken from the profit and loss report. Example, profit margin and operating ratio. Interstatement ratio. Ratios was data is obtained from balance sheet items and profit and loss accounts. Example, return on asset, total asset turnover, receivable turnover. Next, the objective of ratio analysis. Ratio analysis, analysis of company financial reports by comparing them with trends and industry average. Objective of ratio analysis. 1. Standardize financial information for comparison purposes. 2. Evaluate business result and business risk. 3. Compare current performance with previous year. 4. Comparing company performance with other companies of or industry standard. Next, classification of ratios based on analysis objective. 1. Liquidity ratio. A ratio relates to the ability to pay short-term obligation. 1. Current ratio, cash ratio, quick ratio, working capital to total asset ratio. 2. Activity ratio. A ratio relates to the level of efficiency in utilizing company asset. Total asset turnover, receivable turnover, average collection period, inventory turnover, average days in inventory, and working capital turnover. 3. Leverage ratio. A ratio relates to the source of funds originating from debt. Total debt to total asset ratio, total debt to equity ratio, long-term debt to equity ratio, and time interest debt ratio. 4. Profitability ratio is a ratio related to the company's ability to generate profit. Gross profit margin, net profit margin, operating income ratio, return on asset, return on equity, return on investment. Next, liquidity analysis. Seeing the company's ability to pay off short-term obligations. Creditors pay attention to this because it is related to whether or not the debt given is returned. If an entity is unable to meet its short-term obligation, it will naturally not be able to meet its long-term obligation. Limitation of ratio analysis. When the analysis of ratios is influenced by the quality of financial reports. 2. The magnitude of the figures in financial reports is influenced by the methods and estimates using in preparing financial reports. 3. No company is the same, so it is difficult to juggle absolutely whether a company is good or not. 4. Analysis will be difficult for conglomerate companies. 5. The analysis is carried out on L or key, which is part information, so it does not take into account the future. Next, limitation of ratio analysis. 1. Industry categories are often difficult to identify. 2. Published industry averages are adequate only. 3. Accounting practice tend to differ between companies. 4. It is often difficult to interpret deviation or variation in ratio. 5. Industry ratio may not be a desirable target. 6. Seasonal conditions often affect the ratio. Example of PT Indofood financial report.
Financial ratio analysis explained in 3 minutes. Sometimes, it's not enough to simply say a company is in good or bad health. To make it easier to compare a company's health with other companies, we have to put numbers on this health, so that we can compare these numbers with the numbers of other companies. So now, how do we use numbers to assess company health? This is where financial ratios come in. Very common types of financial ratios are liquidity ratios, profitability ratios, and leverage ratios. Liquidity ratios can tell us how easily a company can pay its debts, so that the company doesn't get eaten up by banks or other creditors. An example of this is the current ratio. This tells us how much of your company's stuff can be easily changed into cash within the next 12 months, so that it can pay debts which need to be paid also within 12 months. The higher your current ratio is, the less risky a situation your company is in. Now moving on. Profitability ratios can tell us how good a company is at making money. An example of this is the profit margin ratio. This tells us how much profit your company earns compared to your company's sales. Normally, a higher number is better, because you want to earn more profit for every $1 of sales that you get. And finally, what about leverage ratios? These can tell us how much debt the company is using to make the company run and stay alive. An example of this is the simple debt ratio. This tells us how much percentage of a company's assets are paid for by debt. Normally, a company is considered safer when the debt ratio is low. Note that this was just a very simple overview. There are a lot more financial ratios and many different ways of using them, plus a lot of problems and disadvantages in using them as well.